Right, hello everybody, welcome to my official breakdown and predictions for Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. This is a fight that I've been anticipating ever since it was announced very eagerly. This is a great fight in the super lightweight division. Devin Haney over this past year and a half, year and a bit, right, 2 years, whatever, has fought some really good names and he's you can give him as much shit as you want for losing to Lomachenko, which I do believe he did, right, in a very close fight, bearing in mind, at 24 years of age, it's still an accomplishment to even go that close to Lomachenko. He was the undisputed lightweight champion. You can't take that away from him. But he's if he gets this win, he's building a very solid resume for himself. You know, he's beaten Lomachenko, George Kambosos twice, Joseph Diaz, Jorge Linares, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, some of those fighters were more washed up, right? But he's still beating them, and there's still names on his resume. And Prograis is a tough test. Prograis is what, 21 and 9. No, sorry, not 21. 29 and 1, 24 knockouts. His only loss comes to Josh Taylor, and his resume is definitely weaker than Devin Haney. But he's a very avoided fighter, and he's a very tough test. Right, he's 34. He's been in the game a while. He's coming off, obviously, Devin Haney, despite arguably losing his last fight, is still coming off a really good performance. You can't take that away from him. He's still coming off a close fight with one of the best ever. Right, you look at Lomachenko's amateur resume and what he's been able to do in a pro game. He's not the best ever, but you can argue he's up there. He's the best amateur ever. And Regis Prograis is arguably coming off the worst win of his career, the worst performance of his career, split decision, where he was dropped. This is a fucking banger. Devin Haney, right? Very, very defensively good. You know, boxes on the outside, got a beautiful jab, got a very varied jab, not a very hard puncher, right? Regis Prograis, southpaw, very tricky southpaw. His fundamentals aren't as good as Devin Haney's, but he can crack, and he is fairly elusive. He's got very, very good upper body movement. Regis Prograis. I'm gonna go with Devin Haney, but I really hope Devin Haney's worked on how good he is in the pocket, because that is where he struggled, right? Is in the pocket with these guys. He gets caught a lot in the pocket, and he is known to struggle with southpaws. But he's coming off a fight against a southpaw Lomachenko. I believe he will do a lot better in this fight because he's coming off that against the most technical southpaw in the division, in the lightweight division, right? Or in the sport. So I do believe he's going to look really good against, the southpaw Regis Prograis. He needs to stay out the pocket though, because if Prograis will hit him with that left hand and he will hurt him. Devin Haney can be hurt. Linares hurt him. Linares is nowhere near a harder puncher as Prograis. One thing that does worry me about Devin Haney is he's constantly saying he's going to knock Regis Prograis out. He's been saying Regis Prograis has no chin. He's going to knock him out. I would not go in there with the intentions of trying to knock him out, because that is how he will get caught in the pocket. He needs to box him. He needs to box him. That's how you win this fight, is you box him. You can throw right hands, obviously. You can throw power shots, but, you got to do it from the outside. You cannot trade in the pocket with a man as dangerous as Prograis, because Prograis will crack him and he will hurt and he will go down. And this is a 50-50 in my opinion. You've got the good all-round boxing of Devin Haney, and you've got the decent but not complete game of Prograis, but he has power. Obviously, Devin Haney typically comes in with a high guard against southpaws. He doesn't really use the Philly shell, which is very smart, because it's obviously Philly shell's hard enough to use as it is. Using it against the southpaw is incredibly difficult, because all the punches come from the opposite angle. I think, and also he's going to look to put on a statement as well. He's going to look to put on a great performance because of that last fight and he knows that fight was close. He can say what he wants. That was a close fight. Prograis is a confident, competent opponent, and he's a young kid who still has a lot to prove. He's been an undisputed champion, but he's got a lot to prove. There's a lot of question marks over that. And I do believe he's putting himself in the right circumstances with all but one thing. He's vacated all his belts, so he doesn't have a safety crutch to go back on. He loses this fight, he's still got all his belts at lightweight. No, that's good. Obviously, I've already mentioned the bad thing is wanting to knock Prograis out. If he stands there and trades in the pocket of Prograis, I believe he can knock him out. I'm not saying he can't. Power exists, but it's mainly about precision and timing. If he can hit him in the right spot at the right time, you go out. Simple as that. It doesn't matter how hard you hit. If you hit them in the correct spot at the correct time, they go. Look at Tank Davis. Apparently, Tank Davis don't hit too hard. But if you notice with Tank Davis, he will hit you in the right spot at the right time. And he's a one-punch knockout artist. So he might not hit the hardest, but if he hits him in the right spot at the right time, he will go down, right? That's just how it works. And it's the same for Prograis, but Prograis does have that natural power. It's a very interesting fight, and I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a really good fight. It's a hotly anticipated one for me as a boxing fan. It feels good to be back making these prediction videos as well. I haven't made a prediction video in a while. How long has it been since I made a prediction video? My last prediction video was a month ago, Fury Ngannou. Yeah, that one hurt me. I didn't even make a reaction to that one. It just hurt me. Yeah, that's my thoughts on this fight. Obviously, another question is how is Prograis going to be able to deliver that to Haney? One of the main questions is how is he capable of delivering that left hand to Haney, getting it to the target? How is he going to do that? I reckon him just being a southpaw is enough, right? That's tricky enough. That's sorted. But Devin is probably going to be much better than he is usually against southpaws because he's coming off a fight against Lomachenko. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.